My m30 wife, f30, said she's seeing me as more of a friend lately. Hey guys. On mobile so editing, formatted probably not great. Last night my m30 wife, f30, together 5 years married almost 2 years, told me she's loving me more as a friend lately. I can honestly say this isn't a huge shock to me. There were absolutely signs. Lack of intimacy, romance, etc. We had a talk about it last evening, and while I validate her feelings and don't necessarily blame her for feeling this way, I'm pretty crushed. I love this woman and I'm really not sure what to do at this point. We've collectively made the decision to try and work through this as a team, but I'm really not sure what my part will be in this effort. I try to be affectionate, do nice things for her, surprise her with gifts from time to time, cook meals for her, husband things. I understand there could be some physical attraction component to this, as I have gained a good amount of weight. That's a relatively straightforward fix though. Not that losing weight is simple, but it is easy to understand the correct recipe for that. Diet plus exercise. She also hasn't explicitly said this is the cause of it, but I'm not sure whether that is to just protect my feelings or not. I'm looking for advice on where to turn next. Of course I know we should have the love languages talk, but she's not really sure what her love language is. It's important to note that our relationship is overall pretty healthy. We support each other, split responsibilities, essentially don't argue, and truly get along pretty well. On paper, a pretty picture-perfect relationship. I know there is always the chance that I'm simply not her person, but this isn't a reality I'm ready to accept yet. I want to work through this with her, and she's willing to try and work through it together as well. In a healthy way, whether that means falling back in love or moving on from each other. Reddit. What are your thoughts? Did you ask her what that meant? Lack of attraction or what? I'd ask her directly so you don't go around guessing, and see if can be corrected. Whether it's your weight or something else. I think you need to ask her why she thinks she's feeling that way. You don't know what to fix if she doesn't explicitly say. It's really good that you guys are already talking openly about it. That will go a long way. Just remain open and honest in your communication. Ask her what she needs from you to help rekindle things. And is there anything you need from her as well? Now would be the time to bring that up. So what I believe is that the honeymoon phase, the infatuation, the spark, those feelings have started to fade, and that's normal in a marriage after a while, and it can be revived. I think you guys have gotten very used to each other now and have reached a sort of homeostasis. I feel like too many marriages are destroyed because of those feelings fading. The only issue I see here is the lack of intimacy. Sit her down and ask her to be blunt about why that's happened. If you feel the same way, communicate. As for the romance part, both of you may need to put in the extra effort to do so now that those feelings are ebbing right now, but this is where the work comes in anyway. Start the diet and exercise, and then go back to being romantic. Schedule occasional date nights. I had the same thing happen. Get in shape. It'll automatically catch her eye. But more importantly, it'll give you confidence. If you know you're looking good, and can serve up some powerful loving, she won't want to be friends for long. Seek marriage counseling and rejuvenate what you once had before. This isn't the end of the road, but more of a roadblock. Any new friends in her life? Someone at work maybe? If she hits you with the "I just need some time to find myself" line, I've got some bad news for how that's gonna go next. You need to ask, find out if she wants to continue trying or not. Love comes in waves, and you guys are at a low point. But that doesn't mean you can't rebuild what was once there. Sometimes it happens even when we feel like it would be impossible. The only way it can't happen is if one or both partners has checked out. You can take an ember back to a roaring fire, but you can't start without some willingness. You sound awesome. And you're so lucky to be married to your best friend. Now ya just need to bring sexy back. Dinner and flowers are nice. But sometimes you just want your sa to tell you that you're looking real good and have them grab a handful of your ass. Been married to my best friend for 15 years now, and a little bit of immature groping or a dirty comment gets us through our day. So I can say this is eerily similar to what I'm going through right now. Except I'm the asshole in the situation. Also same age as you guys. Plain cut. I want a divorce. But what I'm saying, I'm not as happy anymore. Intimacy isn't fully there. Seems like on both sides. However, it's not her looks, I'm just genuinely not happy even though we are picture perfect in all other aspects. I just feel like I'm playing along, as I feel horrible wanting to divorce her because of everything we built. How much we are able to laugh, joke and just talk. So we sat down and I explained the best I could I wasn't happy. Felt like we were more of friends. Why I felt the way I did, etc. But never said the words divorce. And I don't want therapy, but we were willing to try and fix it, and no surprise I still feel the same 2 years later. This may be what she's feeling. Wants it over but can't say the words. Could be wrong, but the way you explained how she is acting sounds just like my thoughts currently. Sorry you're going through this op. My ex-husband lost interest in me partly due to my gaining weight. And I saw that attraction come back when I lost some. But also I never truly forgave him for not being attracted to me unless I was thin. Over time I believe he also lost interest in me because I became older. Something I can't reverse. This was confirmed by discovering he was seeing sex workers who were in their 20s behind my back. If someone loses interest in you because of changes in your physical appearance, I would question whether they ever truly loved you, the person rather than the body. I am relieved to say my boyfriend fell for me at a fairly big size for me. And while he may prefer when I'm thinner, he never makes me feel less loved when I'm not. Maybe this is what you need, rather than setting yourself up for another fall. I love you but not in love with you. This is the kiss of death for most marriages. Has she changed her behavior lately besides this? Is she glued to her phone? Does she seek validation from other people? These could be the underlying issues. You can make changes and see where it goes, like getting in shape and changing things up romantically. I would even suggest marriage counseling and or a marriage retreat. Surprise her with a weekend getaway. Quit being romantic as a husband and start being romantic like a suitor. Is there excitement? Are there new experiences that you both can discover? Can be from the most mundane things to the wildest, going to a sunflower farm. Go to a 90s party. Impromptu ice cream nights. Microdosing on LSD, etc. Ask her when she was younger what did she envision for a perfect date. Ask her before marriage. What was the one thing that made her fall in love with you? Read a book on self-help together. And compare notes. Act now, before the intimacy completely vanishes and you two become roommates. And she's contemplating divorce before she goes to sleep. She sounds emotionally checked out. Hit the gym for your own gain and boost of confidence, and be ready to mobilize that for someone new. After ending things with your partner, I can tell you exactly what you should do, but I can almost guarantee you won't do it. Stop trying to win her over by doing nice things. All the things you describe as husband things are friend things. None of that will make her fall back in love with you. It sounds like everything you do is centered around her. Do you have any hobbies? Anything you're trying to achieve? Anything that makes you interesting or fun to spend time with. No one wants to spend time with someone that has no real sense of purpose or self-respect. She needs someone she can look up to and respect. If you never disagree with her, that means you're just agreeing with her all the time. Everything you do is centered around pleasing her. And one last piece of advice. Never come to Reddit for advice on being attractive to your wife. It's like going to a homeless shelter for advice on your stock portfolio. Namaste. I think you have a lot of good advice and a good game plan for further discussion with your wife. I just want to throw out there that I think the friend thing is still a positive sign. It's way better than we're like roommates, because that just means that you're sharing a space together and not maintaining a relationship. It's great that she told you and isn't just shutting you out or slowly withdrawing. It sounds like you're in a rut and need to prioritize some adventure and excitement together. Traveling has always really worked for me. Agree with others that have said you should also focus on yourself too, as overly focusing on your wife can come off as needy or clingy, and that can be really unattractive. I mean, she may be unattracted now. As you said, maybe talk to her and figure out why. Sometimes it isn't just gaining or losing weight, but what changes with it. Are you dressing worse? Have you gotten a new wardrobe that works with your body type, or still trying to fit in smaller clothes that may not compliment you? Are you still keeping up with hygiene? Did your confidence change any? Have the conversation. And also think about what your wife can do to help you as well. If she wants you to lose weight and you're willing to, maybe you guys can exercise together. This is what happened with my ex and me. The lack of intimacy and everything. We just became friends, roommates. I wanted love and affection and I got none of it. So yeah, over time the love ran out.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.